Hare Krishna. So in this video we are going to talk about how can we turn the misery into the mercy. So it's a really important video because I feel that being in Krishna consciousness, sometimes we expect only miracles to happen in our lives in a positive way, and we don't understand that Krishna has his own way of doing things in a devotee's life. Before we start the video, I want to give out a small disclaimer that me and my friend Shrikunda, we started this YouTube channel initially 3 years back when I was 20-year-old, she was 17-year-old, just to make and create memories. But then we started taking it seriously now because we can see how many lives are getting changed by watching our videos. It's not because of us, but the unadulterated philosophy that we are presenting, which was given to us by Srila Prabhupada. So we want to take it seriously, and so that's why when we started this YouTube channel earlier 3 years back, we were just like exploring, and we created this YouTube channel for fun and memory, so that when we leave our bodies in our 70s, 80s, then we can just see how glorious our life was. So it was such a stupid concept, but that's why the earlier videos we had to delete from this account, because this is not how we want to present ourselves. And so yeah, also one more thing, that these videos are solely for those who are like students and they are seeking for something spiritual in their lives, and we are trying to present the Krishna conscious philosophy in a way which is acceptable by them. And so if you're already practicing Krishna consciousness and you're connected to a temple, these videos might not be for you, so you can restrain away from watching these videos, because it's just a small effort for the pleasure of Srila Prabhupada and our gurus that we are putting. So if that makes sense, then please accept this request, and you can share these videos to someone who just came new to Krishna consciousness and they are thinking, oh, it's too much. We are trying to present the philosophy in a way which is in a very fun way, because Krishna consciousness is a really happy life. It's just His Holiness Jayadvaita Swami Maharaj was saying once that there is no consciousness apart from Krishna consciousness. So it's just that Krishna is everywhere, but we are just being conscious now. So even the materialist people that we call as materialists, they are also living a very Krishna conscious life, but because they are connecting everywhere with Krishna. Like Krishna is in everyone's heart, Krishna is the means by which they are breathing, by which they are digesting their food, but they are just not conscious of Krishna. So Krishna consciousness is that simple. So anyone can become Krishna conscious just by accepting the fact that they are always in Krishna consciousness. So with that mood, we should also treat all the people who are not in the movement right now. So if we can deal with them in a very loving manner, they can be enthused to come and take up to this process. So because everyone is a Vaishnava and everyone is a hidden Vaishnava, so we just have to unleash the Vaishnava in them by our happiness, by our way of dealing with them, and just being a very nice devotee ourselves. My Guru Maharaj says that preaching is also when you are already a very good devotee, if you're already practicing nicely, that is and you're happy in your Krishna consciousness, that is the biggest preaching. Because people, more than our words, they believe in actions, right? It's just how it is. So, and this is very important. Maybe so many people can speak a lot of things, but they're not practicing in the room. So it's just about being very conscious of Krishna every single moment in our lives. So with that, let's dive deep into the Srimad Bhagavatam, and the verse is really beautiful. In the 6th chapter of the 1st canto, Srila Vyasadeva asks about Narada's story that, oh, in your previous life, when you were a son to a maidservant, you got initiated by the Bhakti Vedantas. So how was your life after your initiation? What are the duties of a disciple when he takes up to Krishna consciousness after he got initiated? What are the duties? What should be the mood of a disciple? So the mood of the disciple is to, some way or the other, just align your life in a way that you assist your spiritual master and you take up his mood of whatever mood he has. Srila Prabhupada's mood, like Dasanudas mood. So we have to inculcate that mood. And he also explains about how the ripples in the river, like our material desires are like ripples in the rivers. So the moment we get agitated by a thought, it's like a stone put in the river and there's like so many ripples. But if we align our thoughts with our spiritual master's thoughts and plans, and the spiritual master's thoughts and plans are compared to the tides of the ocean. So if the river then goes to mingle with the ocean, it's no more making ripples, it's just quiet. And the tides of the ocean, which are the instructions of the spiritual master, the plans and the orders and the mood of the spiritual master, is like covering our ripples of the river. And our ripples of the rivers is no longer agitating us, the material desires. Hope I'm able to make my point clear. I'm very high on sugar right now because I just had a maha cake. So I'm like extremely enthusiastic. Anyways, once in a while it's okay. But okay, yeah. So the verse is that how Narad Muni, when his mother got like bitten by the snake, he didn't see that as Krishna's, he didn't blame Krishna for that. He didn't say that, oh Krishna, I just got initiated and why are you so cruel that you took my only shelter away from me? I only had my mother, no one else in this world. How can you be so cruel to me? Instead, he accepted that misery as mercy of Krishna and he began to wander in north, and he went in the means to find Krishna, he took this opportunity to depend on Krishna completely. So many times in our lives, and we see that, oh, we counted on this person so much, we counted on our friends so much, we counted on our family so much, but what happens? Eventually they're all going to leave us in the form of death, or in the form of like arguments, or in the form of whatever, right? So we should completely depend on Krishna, just completely depend on Krishna for everything. Krishna should be our go-to person for everything. That's the gist. Just depend on Krishna. He is never gonna leave you. He is always with you. No matter your family, you love them, or your friends, you love them, they're not gonna be always with you. Krishna is going to be always with you. Your relation with Krishna is eternal. Do you understand this? Eternal means that nobody can ever break that relationship. Nobody. Something really beautiful. So the 10th verse to that, when this happened in Narad Muni's life, in his previous life, so he said in the 10th verse of the 6th chapter of the 1st canto, that I took this as the special mercy of the Lord, who always desires benediction for his devotees. And so thinking, I started for the north. This is a really special verse, because sometimes we just we think that we think the best for us. And Krishna, since time immemorial, has been thinking best for us, and he has been waiting for us to turn towards him. So he loves us so much. If you love your child so much, will you ever do something to harm that child? So how can Krishna do something in your life to harm you? Right? So if Krishna is doing something in your life, you should have enough unflinching faith and trust in Krishna's decisions that, okay, it might not be so accepting for me at this moment, but in the bigger picture, I'm going to win because I'm just going to depend on Krishna for this. And you have to accept that misery as mercy of Krishna, because Krishna knows what's best for us. He cannot do anything which is wrong for us. Confidential devotees of the Lord see in every step a benedictory direction of the Lord. What is considered to be an odd or difficult moment in the mundane sense is accepted as a special mercy of the Lord. Mundane prosperity is a kind of material fever, and by the grace of the Lord, the temperature of this material fever is gradually diminished, and spiritual health is obtained step by step. Mundane people misunderstand it. So, at every moment of your life, there are, like whenever the misery comes in your life, you only have two options always: to terminate it or to tolerate it. So Narad Muni accepted to tolerate it because he had unflinching faith and trust, and this faith and trust came to him by his beautiful nature of just being a servant to his guru. So we can only have this mood of service attitude, and we can only have this unflinching faith in Guru and Krishna by serving the pure devotees. That's just a fact. That's why we should hold on to every opportunity that comes. We shouldn't be taking it for granted that, oh, I can do this service later, or I should give this service to another person. But instead we should grab hold of it. Like our determination should never slacken. Yeah, because these service, they are filled with mercy and blessings. So that is why when we see the really advanced and elevated devotees, we see that they have a whole background of selfless service that they have been doing, and which because of that they are at this level. It's not that they just got it for free. Like anything can be, you can cheat anything but not Krishna. You can cheat anything and anyone but not Krishna. That's just a reality. At the end of the day, only Krishna wins and devotees wins who are pure. Whatever is beneficial for a devotee, Krishna does that. We need to trust Krishna's plan. We cannot misunderstand Krishna. So Narad Muni took this opportunity as, okay, now my only shelter, my mother who was really attached to me, has been taken away from me. So now I can fully absorb my mind in the devotional service of Krishna. And then he began to wander towards north. Maturity to react to a situation comes by devotional service or devotion. Narada, as a boy, reacted in a mature manner. Real maturity is to accept reversal as mercy of Krishna. This happens by serving the spiritual master or the Vaishnavas. So we can see in the life of Parikshit Maharaj, King Chitraketu, when they were cursed, they had the potency to reverse the curse. If Parikshit Maharaj can reverse Kali Yuga, then he can just not reverse the curse given by that boy? Definitely yes, but he chose not to, and he took this misery as mercy, and he was thinking, oh wow, 7 days I'm gonna absorb my mind in Krishna Katha and I'll go back home back to Godhead. Glorious. Actually, the conditioned souls like us, we can very conveniently misunderstand Krishna's plan. But that's just, maybe you are not able to understand Krishna's plan, but just have trust. In a bigger picture, just close your eyes, understand that, okay, I am not able to understand what's happening, but just trust Krishna. He knows how you have to win the battle against Maya. How close one is to Krishna depends upon how he tolerates various difficulties in life. Jai Ho. So yeah, this was the whole video, and I hope that we all get the eyesight, the vision to see the miseries as mercy from Krishna, And it's not that devotees doesn't have miseries in their life. They do have miseries in their life as well, but they are always seeing those miseries coming from Krishna as the mercy. So sometimes, like I said, that Krishna will take everything away from you, because he knows that, okay, if I give this thing to this devotee, then he might lose track of Krishna consciousness. And in some case, Krishna gives you that, because that won't affect your Krishna consciousness, right? So Krishna knows the best for us, and we should have just unflinching faith in Guru and Krishna. Because Guru is who? Guru is just a representative of Krishna. So whatever Guru is saying, it's not that Krishna is differently saying. It's just completely they are one team. So we are so fortunate that we have this opportunity to go back home, back to Godhead. So just be very low-key and focus on devotional service. And just Krishna knows what's best for you. And I'm keeping on, like I keep on saying this because I know that this is the only thing that we lack, is that we don't have enough faith towards Krishna. And this will only come if you have this service nature and attitude towards your Guru. The more you have this service nature, service attitude, the more your faith and trust towards Krishna will increase. So never miss any opportunity to serve Guru, Vaishnavas, and Krishna, devotional service. It's just a science, right? So I hope this video will help you all in some way. And one more thing I wanted to share that I learned from my Guru Maharaj is that there are 3 weeds that will not let you prosper in your spiritual life. First, Jiva Hinsa. Second, Vaishnava Aparad. Third, Kutinati. So we are going to talk a little bit about this because we don't want any weed to grow next to our devotional creeper, because the devotional creeper should get all the attention. We are only going to focus on our Bhakti Lata Beej, which is on the way to go to Krishna by Shravanam water and Kirtanam water. So if there is one weed like Vaishnava Prajiva Hinsa Kutinati, we are gonna cut it, because otherwise all the nutrition will go to those weeds, and then our Bhakti Lata Beej will be, it won't prosper. So let's talk about that. Yes, Lord Chaitanya said that if you want to develop love for Godhead, you must know Vaishnava etiquette, how to behave with Vaishnavas. That is more important. If we don't know how to deal properly with Vaishnavas, then we commit offenses, and eventually we won't be able to go very close to Krishna. So it is very important to know how to deal with, behave with each other properly, respecting. Most of the weeds of devotional service are also dealing with behavior, kutinati, diplomatic behavior, play some political situation with someone, jiva hinsa, treating someone very aggressively or harm a person, emotionally or physically. So lots of obstacles in our devotional service are there because of bad behavior. In other case, Krishna bhajan means normally practicing with properly dealing with Vaishnavas, and say that you are going to save a Vaishnava who is being attacked by beast or wild animal. Then if we die trying to save a devotee, then we go back to Godhead. Devotees are so dear that they are worth dying for. So if somebody is worth dying for, then why would we offend or deal improperly with such a person? Imagine there is a beast and there is a devotee. Okay? For example, there is a beast and there is one very senior Prabhupada disciple. Okay? Or anyone actually. Because we always give respect to Prabhupada disciples when we forget about the other devotees that also exist. So there's some devotee and there's a beast. It's like coming to kill the beast, and you come from behind like, no, and you pulled the devotee outside, saved his life, and instead you got killed by the beast. And then you will go back to Godhead because you saved the devotee's life. Jai, worthy. So yeah, we should be very, 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 very be sincere in our dealings with the Vaishnavas, because we don't want to offend them. And sometimes the thing is that sometimes the Vaishnavas will voluntarily don't like you, which is fine. You don't have to do the same. You don't have to reciprocate in that manner, because at the end of the day, it's Krishna's inspiration to them. That okay, Krishna is inspiring them within the heart that don't like them. So it's okay. You cannot please everyone, okay? But just be. You don't have any grudge against anyone. Just pay respects. Okay, one more thing. If somebody is not liking you, then that's your test for amani namana dena. Because I used to get so affected because I have a nature of pleasing everyone, and when I'm not able to please everyone, I fall in the pit of a pool. So, and like if I'm being nice to someone or somebody is being nice to me, then it's fine to give respect. But if somebody is not nice to you and still you have to give respect, that's a challenge, and it's not so possible a lot of times. But you have to make this priority that okay, if somebody doesn't like me, I'm gonna still give them respects. So this way Krishna will be pleased, and the whole purpose of our Krishna conscious life is to please Krishna and Guru. Sometimes a devotee may want to simply cause pain to others, either by actual homicide, by killing, or by injury, or by mental torture. One is feeling bad. Someone does something, rubs the wrong way, says something and cut him deep in the heart and rub it in, makes some wound and then rub salt on it. Then one feels very satisfied. I got back my vengeance. All these type of activities are different forms of jeev hinsa. You see, enviousness and cruelty to others. These are always avoided. They are dangerous weeds. Now what I'm going to say is really important. Even to be callous when someone is suffering is a type of jeev hinsa. If we can do something to alleviate someone's pain and we do not do something, that is also jeev hinsa. For example, somebody has the ability to solve someone's problem and they choose not to, and they are just seeing that devotees suffer, then it's also jeev hinsa. Very subtle, very, very subtle. But yes, what to do? Hare Krishna. I hope this video might enlighten your life, and yes, Hare Krishna.